Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nina, this is the Red Elevator, and I'm so excited to give you a quick tour of how I decided to decorate my house for the holidays this year. So this year's theme was a little out of the ordinary. I wanted to bring in a little bit of chocolate and ox blood. It's what has been speaking to me this year. It happens to be the color of the year by coincidence. And I am so excited about showing you how I've done this so you guys can achieve this too. None of it is difficult. All of it is doable. For example, my wreath that you guys see here, I bought a standard wreath that was already made. We don't want to complicate our lives, and not a lot of us know how to string a wreath from nothing. So I bought a standard wreath, and then what I did was I added these other elements to it very easily with zip ties. You could do it with zip ties, you could do it with fishing wire, you can do it with ribbon, you can do it with floral tape. There's so many different ways. So I also attached my beautiful satin chocolate ribbon to it, something simple, something that billows a little bit, nothing too fussy. I could have done more of these, but I just kept it simple. And I had extra pine from the next project you're going to see inside. And so I added those to this wreath to make it feel like it's a little bit more natural and not so much store-bought, if that makes sense. Welcome to my mantle, guys. This was a Herculean effort. And every year we do a mantle, and every year it gets more and more beautiful in my opinion. And every year I have to top it off even more so than the year before. And let me tell you, this is actually easy to do, doable. You just have to have strength, and you got to have a ladder. You want to be safe, and you need to go to the flower market, and you need to buy a lot of beautiful foliage and a lot of flowers, and you can create this. So on our vlog, we are going to show you exactly how we created this from soup to nuts, from beginning to end. You know, what we got at the flower market, how we assembled this. So that's an episode that is going to be on the vlog, not on the Red Elevator. And make sure you subscribe to the new vlog, because we have pivoted. All of our content for the Red Elevator will remain on this channel that has to do with me teaching you about interior design, discussing trends, etc. But everything that has to do with more of a lifestyle vlog type of programming will be on our new channel, which is called the Nina Takesh Vlog. And we are definitely going to be showing you all the tricks of how we decided and how we created this beautiful mantle, and you'll be able to get a step-by-step understanding of how we did that. But only if you're subscribed to that vlog will it even pop up, because it's a brand new channel. So we have a grouping of lots of different types of greenery. Now, if you live in the woods, or if you live near, you know, great greenery from your outdoors, I do, but I just didn't have the wherewithal to go and clip from my pine trees because we were in a rush. But if you can definitely source these things in your garden or outside, do so, certainly some of it. So we have a great deal of magnolia branches. That was important to me. We wanted to have the sort of brown, this kind of rust, ox blood vibe to our holiday decor this year. And so we decided to bring in magnolia branches. Last year we didn't do any magnolia, so we wanted to change it up. And the first thing we do actually is that we place the garland. We bought a 20-foot piece of garland from the flower market, and we drape it all over the fireplace. And we also buy individual pieces of pine leaves, and from different species, whether it's Douglas fir or juniper or red spruce or whatever is in your area. You want to layer them, and you want to keep layering. The trick is to layer and layer them well. I wanted to do something very different than last year, so we decided to grab a bunch of baby's breath, and we had the baby's breath sort of connect and then fall down, a little of a bit of an ode to snow and what snow would look like if it were to freeze as it's falling. Then we went in with some of these darker burgundy sort of plants. This is chrysanthemum, which is always pretty in this sort of darker burgundy shade. We have from the eucalyptus family lots of fun different species. We have seeded willow, we have gum nuts, They are really fun to look at, a little bit exotic. And to me, the more exotic, the better, but you have to have, this is, after all, the holidays, which is intertwined with the tree and the pine. So you gotta have pine as your main element, but then you can throw in different things that will make it a little bit more interesting and a little bit of a deviation from what you would normally do in the holidays. So we are having a rebel moment. We are rebelling against the ordinary Christmas tree and the ordinary holiday tree and things that are manufactured. We want to do things that are good for the environment, that are eco-friendly, that are not going to turn our planet into a giant plastic ball. So, you know, this is an ode to really taking care of ourselves, taking care of our planet, and not adding more plastic and junk into our homes. And by the way, I have to say, of all of the decor items I have purchased in the past, I would say this is the most beautiful. So finding things that remind you and are reminiscent of the holidays always make things so much more fun. By the way, I forgot to mention my favorite piece in here, and it's the amaranthus. They are so cute. I love them. I had them last year. I had to have them again this year. They come in purple. They come in green. They're fun to play with. They look like natural garlands. They're just so beautiful up close. They're literally as if they were strung on a string. So these are absolutely a must because they naturally drape beautifully and they create a really interesting droopy vibe. Remember, if you have something stiff like I have with the magnolia branches, you want to offset that by something that's droopy. This is true in floral arrangements as it is in mantle arrangements. So if you guys are at a loss, by the way, if you are at a loss as to what to do for your Christmas decor, your holiday decor, your interior design, your wall color, your furniture placements, well, I am just a quick phone call away. And all you have to do is click the link in the description section. My calendar will automatically pop up. You will find a time that's convenient for you, and we can meet for 25 minutes, 55 minutes, or longer and talk about any of the dilemmas that you are having. For my foyer table, every year I do something unexpected. One year I just put branches, pine branches, an enormous amount of them with nothing else. Once I put little reindeers that I have, vintage reindeers, in a circle, which were really beautiful. They're really old brass reindeers. But this year I wanted to do more of an art installation, an art piece. So we created, luckily I have incredible people on my team, some of which went to art school. So all of these are wonderful creative ways that you can really elevate your interior design and bring elements from the real world, meaning it doesn't have to be plastic. It doesn't have to be junk that fills the environment with more toxic products. Why not use the beauty of the fruits and vegetables that were created? And so we decided to do pomegranates because they're very festive, they're round, and we can later eat them, actually. We can make juice out of them. Pomegranates last a long time, so none of this will go to waste. And we decided to string the pomegranates with barbecue sticks. So the wooden barbecue sticks that you buy, or if you have wire that you can buy from a hardware store, you can certainly use that to create a sculptural effect. The idea was that our pomegranates were in this bowl and they were somehow going to fall out of the bowl and fall off the foyer table. And of course, we have our single, beautiful, very long tapered candle, which is on as an ode to the festivities, as an ode to the holiday. Then we brought a little bit more holiday by throwing in these beautiful, sort of these wild Christmas berries, and we placed them in my vintage vase here, which is very pretty, in a way, again, that is not so expected. This isn't a tight, clean bunch. This is more of an artsy vibe, which is a little bit more wild. And I think that that is certainly more interesting to look at than something that is really just symmetrical. This was really fun to do. This was a bit of a fun project. We were, things were dripping everywhere. Like, nothing that looks this good is that easy, but you can certainly try this. We've opened some of these pomegranates and we have seeds coming out of them. It's just about having fun with it. Something else you can do that is also quite festive and not so obvious is to have a pedestal. Now, I have pedestals around my house for the different objects, art objects that I have, but sometimes I remove those art objects and I change them around. And in this case, I have this beautiful candelabra from Paul Spotton. We will link that in the description section, and instead put long tapered ox blood, beautiful tapered candles in there. And then remember, I tied the very thin satin oxblood ribbon to my wreath. Well, I brought that theme back into the candelabra, tied it around the bottom of the candles in a very long ribbon style, and let the ribbon just fall haphazardly in the way that they would without overthinking it, making them exceedingly long and different. And then, of course, lit the candles. This is something you can do anywhere in your home. You can pick even a corner of a table or the center of a table or anything that will bring a little bit of this fun magic into your holiday. By the way, so many of you watch this channel but are not subscribed. So if you don't mind taking a quick moment to click subscribe, it would, first of all, it doesn't cost a thing. And it just tremendously helps the channel for me to do more and better content for you guys and bring you all of the inspiration and design needs and elements that you're looking for. I hope you enjoyed this holiday decor. I know I certainly did, because I'm going to be able to enjoy this entire arrangement for the entire month of December and part of January. So not too much into January. Soon these are going to start to die, unfortunately. Some of them are in water, but the majority of them are not. So we spray them every day with water, as you do, certain plants. And so it keeps them a little bit more fresh. It's very helpful that it's cool, the weather is cool, so this is gonna last certainly a while. And I just wanted to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a wonderful subscriber. And thank you for all the love that I get. I read all of your comments. I hope that each and every one of you enjoy your holidays with your family, with your loved ones, with your blessed ones, and really take a moment of gratitude. I know I am eternally, eternally grateful for having you guys on my side. If it wasn't for you, I would not be standing here. I would not be pushing to grow and to become better at my craft. And that is really thanks to you guys. So I am very grateful this season for having this platform, for being able to join you guys in your homes, even though virtually, and wanted to say thank you really for just being who you are. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys again next week on this channel.